Hey guys, Gear here. So, we're back again with another snap build review, which means once again, no paint, no decals, and no paneling. This time, we're reviewing a series that I like. I love SD Gundams, and this one is the SDCS Phoenix Gundam. This thing's amazing. The transformation gimmick and all, I can't wait to show it to you guys. That being said, we're just going to jump into it and get this show on the road. Okay guys, so here we are at my desk, and we're getting ready to do the review of this little guy here. So first, let's go over what comes in the box. As you mentioned, he comes with a stand. I'm not exactly a fan of these kind of stands, but my kids like them, so I usually save them for them. He also comes with a spare set of hands. These are great because some of the poses that he does in the Crossrays game, he actually needs these kind of hands. So it's great they give you the way to mimic them. He also comes with 2 beam sabers and 4 beam blades. They come in 2 sizes. They're really long ones and they're really, well, not short, but probably the average size one. Fun fact, when you have the long ones with the handles, they're as tall as he is, with the CS frame. He also comes with 2 guns, and then these 2 parts. And we'll get into what they do later on, but they're important. So, let's go over him first. So, somewhere along the way of building this guy, I lost my sticker sheet. Not sure how it happened. I don't normally misplace the sticker sheet, but I mean, things happen. I always say, out of all the things I miss my mind the most. That being said, I can tell you what the stickers were because I remember. So, as far as color separation goes, he's really good. The only stickers that he came with were the ones to go in these little X's here. They were red. Green eye stickers, which I don't know why, because it's hard to see it, but the eyes are green. I don't know why he came with stickers, but I guess they wanted him to glow a little bit more. And then some stickers for back here that went on these little ports here that kind of like where the section is that goes up and then down, the chevron that's built into it. That's where it stopped at. But it was like almost like this color, like a phantom gray black mix, and then the center was black. So, you know, easy enough to reproduce if you're going to paint it. As far as where it doesn't match up at, most of the experience I have with this Gundam is from playing Gundam Crossrays. I've read a lot about it online too, but like I said, most of it's from Gundam Crossrays. That being said, the places where I find that it doesn't match, obviously the vents aren't colored in. They're going to have to be colored in all over it. There's a vent here, there's some thrusters, they get black on the inside of them, and then on both sides of the helmet it gets black inside of those. Another place that doesn't match up is right here. There's 3 little spikes coming off the knee. The middle one, this really pointy one right here, is supposed to be this color, same as the foot and then the outer part of these vents in the back. It's supposed to be the same color, so that's another place you'd have to paint. And then the last thing is, and this is probably the least important thing, but considering, well, not the last thing, second to last thing. Back here, this backpack, same color, just right in the middle here. So, you know, easy fix. And then the last thing is, and this is, like I said, probably the least important of it all, but like the legs, the upper thigh part right here on both sides is supposed to be white. I understand that since they use a CS frame, you know, it's not going to be color accurate because you bought the frame and it's the black frame. Yeah, I get it. But, I mean, it is one thing that if you wanted to make it as close to the video game as possible, that's something you would have to work on. Not a major change, but it's definitely something. Like most SDCSs, he does have the bottom pop off. He does have the spot for the second set of eyes on the back of the head. Obviously the helmet doesn't want to come off on him, and I'm not going to try and force it right now. But yeah, he does have the spot for the anime eyes in the back. I've never been a big fan of those eyes, so I'm actually going to go with these. That being said, I want to go over one thing involving his weapons before we move on to the next thing, and that is the 2 rifles. Now, he has these in the Crossray game, and they have a neat little gimmick that even is mimicked here. if you take these top parts off, which they just slide back off, I always have trouble with them because I keep trying to pull them this way, but they actually go that way. But if you pull that off, there's 3 little grooves underneath. The first groove is like the default rifle. Second groove is part of a transformation for the rifle. Same with the third groove. They put 1 in the second groove, 1 in the third. Then underneath there are these little holes right up under here. And if you take the rifle butt from the lower rifle and put it into the 1, or from the 2 rifle, from the 2 spotter, and then put it into the 3 spotter, turn it this way, and that's the rifle that he uses. It's like a super shot or something. I don't know, it has a very Halo feel to me. Maybe that's just me. That being said, it's just a cool little gimmick that they gave him. Speaking of gimmicks, that's going to get us into our final part. And that involves these 2 parts from earlier. As you can probably guess by now, they're part of the transformation gimmick. So I'm going to show you guys how the transformation gimmick works and how he looks. So he actually, for a transformation gimmick on an SD Gundam, looks really good. So, the first thing they tell you to do in the instructions is to take off his arms. If we can get those off, real easy. The legs, and the front chest. Now sometimes I have trouble with the front chest and I end up having to take the back chest off first. But this time it's actually pretty easy. So we're just going to set that to the side. Now, these are all the parts you need for the transformation. So the first thing you do is put your feet together and set those to the side, because we won't need those again until later on in the transformation. Now as far as the arms go, you're going to straighten out your arm itself, like so. And then up top, there's the little notch here on the bottom. It's hard to see it, but it's like a little square piece that sticks off. Fits right inside there. Same thing on the bottom, it just fits right together. Forms the wing. Then you twist this back away from the X. That's kind of like a propulsion thing, I think. And then pull this off and just slide it straight on the front. Now when you do it, as you pull it into place, it'll push this thing out, revealing like some vents and stuff. Now once you do that to one wing, you then go and do it to the other wing. So we'll make this one really fast because I've already showed you guys it once. Well, I say we'll make it fast, and now this piece doesn't want to come out. There we go. That piece didn't go in all the way. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So then twist that back. Bring this all the way back to make sure the vents stick out all the way. Good. Okay. So now we take our body. Now on the body there are these raised grooves. On the transformation body, there's these little raised grooves, and he has the exact same groove, well, not the exact same groove, but the cut for the groove on the back half of the wings. So what you do is, knowing this is the front, you line your, and this part's the front, you line your peg hole up, put it in place, and make sure it clips onto that part there. You'll hear it pop, like you just did. And then same thing on the other side. Second side's always easier, you don't hear the pop there. And then you spread those out like that. That's how it should look. Next thing they tell you to do is to equip the chest piece. It goes on just like so, underneath of this piece here. That's where this piece comes in at. Just grooves itself right in, and it should look like that. It should look like that when you get it put together. Then you take your feet, or your legs, and you put them on like, I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. Do I have it backwards? Let me make sure I got it right. I always keep the instructions nearby just to be safe. Yep, now it's right. Okay, so I remembered it wrong. But so it goes on like that with the feet pointing, pretty much the same way they would if it was an actual like transformation from the other kit. But that's how it should look. Honestly, for a SD Gunpla, that piece is not one to stay in its groove, but whatever. But for an SD Gunpla, this is a really good transformation. I've seen a few that have transformed over the years, like the Delta and stuff like that, and they weren't as good as this one. This one's pretty solid. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, after I got him built, I kind of played with him as a jet for a minute, just for shits and giggles. The whole thing that we all do. But honestly, really good transformation for this, and to be completely legit, you wouldn't have to do any extra painting to this body here, this piece here, or this piece here, because they do look like they should belong there in that form. Still not sure where the rest of the back of the head goes when he transforms, but you know, I'll take it. It's a good transformation, and he has the hole in the bottom here, right there, for him to go onto a stand like this. Now this stand doesn't exactly really work too well with it because of the crotch guard, I guess you'd call it, but he can go on it. And I mean, honestly, no matter which form you pick, he's a good looking piece. He really is. That being said, I've literally built everything in the SDCS lineup up until now, and I was pretty sure I wouldn't be disappointed in this one just because, like I said, this is one of my favorite suits, and I was completely right. He's a great build. Whether you use the regular frame or not, he's going to look good. There's just no way around it. Definitely would suggest, if you're a fan of this Gundam at all, getting it, because to be honest, it's highly unlikely they're ever going to give us an HG, just because this thing would look ungodly weird as an HG Gundam. I've seen the pictures online of what it kind of looks like, and it looks weird in that form, but it works as an SD Gundam. But yeah, I would definitely suggest getting it if you're even remotely a fan of this Gundam, just because for what all you get inside the kit and how much it costs, it's definitely worth it. You definitely get your bang for your buck. Anyways, that being said, I'm going to get this guy back to his regular form real fast, and that way I can get started on painting him after I get off of here making this video. Our next one up should be the G40 Industrial Gundam. I've been kind of looking forward to that one. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. That's the next one I'm doing. Like I said, I've built all the SDs, so until they come out with a new one, I wouldn't expect to see another one on this channel for a little while. Might do another bear guy tutorial, but I don't know what it'll be, because I was originally planning on turning this guy into a bear guy. I had bought a second kit of it, but yeah, these shoulders make it impossible to convert. I've been doing the math on it, and there's just no way on heck that I could convert these shoulders over with this this raised section right here. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Bye.